Something strange is happening right now, and almost no one wants to admit it. Men didn't disappear, they withdrew. Women are asking the same question everywhere. Where did all the good men go? What they don't see is this. Those men are home, calm, quiet, focused, cooking their own meals, playing games, lifting weights, sleeping peacefully. For years, the belief was simple. Men need women to survive. That loneliness would pressure them back into relationships. That silence would break them. But that assumption was wrong. Men didn't collapse without constant companionship. They didn't beg to be chosen. They adapted. And now, many of them are thriving in ways they never did before. This is not rebellion. It's not bitterness. It's a psychological response to prolonged emotional pressure. And once a man tastes peace, it becomes very difficult to convince him to return to chaos. And the reason men left isn't what most people think. It started quietly inside their own homes. Men don't leave suddenly. They leave slowly, one criticism at a time. I worked with a 38-year-old engineer, smart, disciplined, successful, divorced after years of being told everything he did was wrong. Not big things, small ones. How he loaded the dishwasher, how loud he breathed. The hobbies that made him feel alive, called childish. His effort never enough. After the divorce, something strange happened. His blood pressure dropped. He slept through the night. He smiled again. He looked younger. When I asked if he was dating, he laughed. Not bitterly, genuinely. Why would I volunteer for constant criticism again? That question is echoing inside millions of men right now. Men don't fear commitment. They fear emotional punishment disguised as partnership. And what breaks them isn't conflict. It's realizing the conflict was never about the problem. A sock on the floor can end a relationship. Not because of the sock, but because of what it represents. Many arguments begin with something trivial. Milk, shoes, dishes, texting speed. Then it escalates. You never listen. You don't care. You ruined my life. 30 minutes later, the man is apologizing, not for the issue, but for existing incorrectly. This isn't communication. It's emotional displacement. Internal dissatisfaction needs an outlet. And the safest target is the man who won't leave. Men become emotional shock absorbers for stress, regret, envy, and unresolved trauma. Eventually something snaps. Not loudly, not dramatically. They just stop caring. And the moment a man realizes peace exists outside the relationship, the emotional hold is broken. But here's what makes this deeply tragic. Men usually stay long after they should have left. Men endure more than they're credited for. And that endurance is often exploited. Men are wired to fix things, to try harder, to push through discomfort. So when a relationship hurts, they don't leave. They adjust. They sacrifice. They shrink. Friends fade away. Hobbies disappear. Family contact weakens. All in the name of keeping the peace. What do they receive in return? More criticism, less affection, zero appreciation. Years pass. They function but don't live. Then one day something clicks. Maybe a random argument. Maybe seeing a divorced friend finally smiling. Suddenly, solitude stops looking like loneliness. It looks like oxygen. And once men step outside that emotional prison, they realize something frighteningly simple. You cannot love someone into happiness. Many people don't want a partner. They want a therapist, a rescuer, and a validation machine. Men are expected to fix careers they didn't choose, heal wounds they didn't cause, and soothe insecurities they didn't create. That's not love. That's emotional labor without consent. If someone is chronically unhappy, nothing you do will be enough. The problem lives inside them, but admitting that requires self-awareness. Blaming you is easier. Men are finally refusing that role, not out of cruelty, but out of self-preservation. And when perfection becomes the price of love, men realize they're guaranteed to fail. No move is ever correct. Do more, wrong. Do less, wrong. Lead, control. Follow, weak. Every choice earns criticism from a different angle. Add social media to this, and now you're competing with fantasy. Curated lives, highlights, influences, illusions. Real men cannot outperform imaginary standards. And men are asking a logical question. Why play a game where the score is rigged? So they stop playing, not angrily, strategically. And when men step back entirely, the dating world starts to panic. Men were told to step back, so they did. Don't approach, don't initiate, don't bother. Men listened, literally. Now the silence is being misinterpreted as weakness. It isn't, it's adaptation. Men realized attention is currency, and they stopped giving it away for disrespect. They built lives that don't require approval. Friendships, purpose, stability, and for the first time, many discovered they weren't missing anything, which leads to the final realization no one wants to hear. Life alone isn't lonely, if you like who you are. Men are rediscovering something ancient and powerful. Inner calm, no walking on eggshells. No constant evaluation, no emotional chaos, just space to be human. This isn't rejecting love. It's rejecting toxic substitutes for love. Boundaries matter. Respect matters. Pace matters. When men stop tolerating disrespect, everything changes. And once you learn that solitude can be fulfilling, you become very selective about who you let disturb it. Because the truth is simple. A bad relationship costs more than being alone ever will.